Since the day he was released, Little Mac has always had a troubled matchup against Pac-Man. One of the main reasons for this is because of his hydrant. To get a quick understanding of why it's so hard to get around, I'm gonna do a quick set analysis between Peanut versus S.H.A.C. We can see whenever Peanut tends to destroy the hydrant, it ends up leaving him open for possible pressure or a possible punish. Whenever he tries to jump over the hydrant, it's very easy to stuff out for S.H.A.C, and in this situation, it netted him 49%. This makes it so Peanut has to resort to this strategy.
Alright campers, not cool.
Well, if we can't destroy it, and we can't jump over it, and we can't camp, then what do we do? Pivot boosting is going to be the most important boost to learn, as it'll be the main way to condition your opponent and make them second guess their safety behind the hydrant. All you have to do is run against the hydrant and then perform a pivot F-tilt and you'll be launched through it. Due to F-tilt's trample property, it has the potential to beat out certain grounded attacks. It also can grab an item if the Pac-man chooses to throw one of them. Now that you've conditioned your opponent, one of the main options they may try to choose is the shield. To be able to beat this, we're going to need to learn how to boost grab. A normal boost grab can already go through the hydrant, but what we're looking for is a boosted boost grab. The most effective way to do this is to initial dash and wait as long as you can and then cancel it by rolling. You're going to want to cancel your roll on the third frame with a grab. Now that we know how to beat aggressive options and how to beat shields, we're going to have to learn how to beat an airborne opponent or one that's on a platform. We already know jumping over the hydrant gets us punished, but what if we jump through it instead? In order to do this, you're going to want to perform an attack cancel by jumping right before the hitbox of the F-tilt comes out. You're going to want to have to cancel your F-tilt on the third frame. If you don't, your momentum will carry over. You can do any aerial by choosing a direction on your control stick. What attack cancels really allow for is S.H.A.C cancels. We can cancel an aerial attack by performing an air dodge or a special. Admittedly, this technique is hard since you have a 3-frame window to get your control stick in the desired direction and hit special or shield. For air dodges, I can see this potentially being used to get out of the corner, since you'll be launched very far with full life frames. For specials, I mainly feel like Haymaker will be used and possibly Up B. They have long-lasting hitboxes that get boosted fairly far and can catch an opponent. The only thing to keep in mind is that you'll have the aerial properties of these specials. Water boosting is the last technique we'll be discussing. This option lets you run through hydrant and grants you every option in your kit with full momentum carried over. This sounds great, and it is, but there's 2 downfalls. The first is that you have to wait for the water. This means you can't use them at any time, which limits it, but allows for great timing mix-ups since you can always choose to do one of the other boosts. The major downfall in this is that the hydrant has to be placed backwards. I'm not sure why we can't run through the front side, but the fact that we can't makes this option situational. We can add somewhat of a water boost to the other techniques by timing it with the water, which gives these options a few new properties, but it still limits us to what those options can perform. If you learned something new, I'll appreciate it if you can like the video so more people can see it and grow from it. There's a lot more we could do with Hydrant and with Pac-Man in general, but that video had to wait for some other day. So make sure to follow if you're interested in seeing what other things Little Mac can do.